here at Walmart picking up our online order with fresh salmon, seaweed sheets, and some onions. I'm going to be making spicy salmon rolls today, but hopefully they make this or give me a really good salmon, a fresh salmon, and it's not fishy smelling when they get it out here, because I ordered it fresh from the deli, so I didn't go in and smell it. So we're going to see if we can do this by an online pickup. So we're here. You can see the signs there at Walmart, and hopefully they give me a fresh salmon. We'll find out soon. Oh, no. Come back. I've been waiting. I'm supposed to pick this order. This guy right here, right there, just walked back in the store. He loaded up that one truck, and there's several of us here. They walked back in the store. So I guess we're waiting a little bit longer. Ordered my pickup for 8 o'clock in the morning. It's setting at, I don't know if you can see it, 10:34. So we'll get the salmon. We will get the video made. Just a little bit of a delay. All right, we're back at the kitchen. Let's take a look at what we got here. This is our rolls, or our sheets for our rolls. And I did grab some cucumber, because we might put that in there, might not. We might make something different. But let's take a look at our salmon. The most important thing, especially for spicy salmon. Don't think this is going to work. I don't like this look right here. And this was supposed to be from the deli, so I like it packaged in the paper. And they brought this out to me like this. So I'm going to have to take this back and get another thing of salmon. I'm actually not going to go to Walmart. They didn't do it right. I'm not going to give them a chance to do it right any further. So we'll head off to somewhere else, but I have to return this, and then we'll maybe head off to another store and see if we can find some fresh salmon. All right, I had to go out. I'm going to hit Meijer, see if they have any fresh salmon. It is now 3:30. I'm going to get this salmon one way or the other today, and I'm going to make these sushi rolls. So I am going to make some delicious sushi rolls if I can find the salmon. So I'm going to go in Meijer and see if we can find a really fresh salmon that we can eat raw. So we're back from Meijer, and I found a really nice piece of salmon. That's what we're looking for, something of that quality, something that doesn't have that yellow tint to it that we've seen earlier that we got from Walmart. So this will work. Let's get set up. Now that we finally found the salmon, a good quality, let me explain what you're going to need to make this spicy salmon today. So you're going to need spicy mayo, and all this is McCormick mayonnaise with a little bit of sriracha in it, and it's not like super spicy or anything, it just gives a little bit of a flavor. Some finely diced onion or scallions, you can do that, or green onion even. Panko breadcrumbs, some homemade ginger. And if you want to see how I make this, just leave me a comment below. Let me know you want to see how to make the homemade ginger the way that I make it. This is even keto friendly. That has no sugar. It's made with erythritol, so it's a substitute for sugar. Some wasabi, some sushi rice, sesame seed, of course the salmon I talked about, your seaweed sheets. You need a very sharp knife, and if you don't have a bamboo roller, which if you do, you want to make sure to put plastic wrap over it and a clean rag to wipe off your knife while you're cutting. But if you don't have a bamboo roller, you can use parchment paper or something of that sort. So with all that said, I will ask you guys to smash that like button below or that thumbs up. It really helps the algorithms get this out in front of people. It's very important that I ask you to do that, and you do that for me. I'd really appreciate it. And if you like this video and you want to subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate that. I'm going to be putting out some good food videos coming in the future, and hopefully I can get more regular and get a lot of recipes out for you, so you'll really enjoy what I'm putting out. So with that said, let's get started. You're going to want to grab an extra bowl because you got to chop up the salmon. So let me show you exactly how we do this. And I'm probably going to bring you in a little bit closer to get a better idea, but because the way you chop this up will make a difference on your texture of your sushi. So grab you a couple paper towels, and you kind of want to get this stuff off of there. I don't even really like it on skin. You're not gonna keep skin anyway. I just don't like messing around with it on there. So let's get that dried off really good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get you closer. So to know if you got a really good salmon, take a good whiff of it. This doesn't smell fishy at all. If it smells real fishy, probably get you another salmon steak. All right, so let's wipe off our hands here. Set this up here. You're gonna see this little section here. So you're gonna cut like that. You could cut this side, and you know, all you're gonna do is come around like this. All right. And I will use that actually. I can put that on top. So you'll see where I cut this down. You'll just go right in there like that. And sometimes I like cutting it because I don't want that white on it. That's the reason I leave that on there. And when I got it in smaller pieces, I can work with the white a little better. We'll put all this in the sushi. It's just, I don't really want to get the skin. All right. See, I don't want that. All right, we can toss this. We're going to set this one aside. And what I was doing, see this bone? You don't want to get these bones in there. Okay, so let's start by just chopping this, and you can do it however you want. Most sushi chefs will tell you to keep your blade in one motion like that, so that's how you want to slice it. Or you can come backwards and slice it too. As long as you got a sharp knife, it really doesn't matter. That's probably the most important thing. And we'll just put this over here in our bowl. Let me move this stuff out of the way here. Put this up here so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. And we're going to chop that even down a little bit finer. And I may even go down to almost a mince. Because I'm just looking for a different type of texture. So you see kind of what we got going on. And then we want to clean up our hands. Well, let's finish up this. This is no good for what we're doing today. Now this is going to be used, and let's see if we can get this out of the way so you can see it. I'm just going to kind of slice with, you do it like that, all right? Or probably more traditional, so it gives the these will fall apart a little easier, but I like it because the color it gives you. Okay, so So let's grab a little glass bowl to set this in and we'll get rid of this. Okay. Now that we have the cutting board cleaned up, I'm just going to set my knife over there, and then you'll want to get your hands just a little bit wet when you get ready to prepare this, because see, when they're wet, it falls off. I'll show you what happens here in a second. I don't know if you can see that, but when it's wet, it just falls right off, or a little damp. You can kind of see it's not like soaked. So let's open up one of these and let's get our cutting board. And what you could do is cut this right in half. Bring over your roller. Well, let's cut this actually first. Alright, so that's going to make 2 rows. Let's just set that right on the roller for now. Let's set it over to the side. Get this ready. Alright. Now we got that prepared. We want to take a little bit of spicy mayo. About like that. Put it in here. That's about right. Some sriracha. A little bit of onion. Just a little bit. Set this back over here. That's going to fall down. So stir it in. For our roll, we're not putting any filler in it, so we're not going to have anything other than this and some panko chips. Give it a nice little stir. That's just going to add a little different consistency for you. Okay. So now we want to dampen our hands. And we've got that seaweed on our fingers. So let's dampen our hands. And grab basically like this. We just kind of want to push out. We don't want to push down. Just to get this on this side of the road. We're going to be flipping this over. I don't want it too thick up here either. If you don't have enough, just add a little bit more. You don't need to go all the way to the edge, but you know, it's not going to be the end of the world if you do. Okay, so that'll work. Grab our rag. This is where the sesame seed comes in. Get your little spoon, however you want to sprinkle it on. Okay. Now we'll grab this, flip it, and now we're ready to roll the sushi. Okay. And I might have a little bit too much on here. So let's See how that looks. Okay. So now let's move this out of the way for a second and get an idea how we're going to do this. Because I got a really big roller, I'm going to fold it back, just kind of give you an idea, because what you're trying to do is tuck that under. So let me just bring it back here. It's going to stick. See, remember earlier I was telling you if you don't have wet hands, that will happen. All we're trying to do is tuck that under. Okay. And I really don't want this on the outside of the roll. So if you make a little mistake like that, you know, this is real cooking. So you're gonna make a little mistake here and there. You don't have to keep this. So let's get this really tight. And all you're doing is bringing it back and tighten it. Okay. You'll see that some come out of the sides. That's completely fine. Just lift it up, bring it out to the edge, bring your roller over here like this, and just tug it back in there. No big deal. Turn it around. Do the same for the other side. Okay. So now that we have our sushi roll made, our spicy salmon roll, now I just dried that blade, but what you want to do, what I like to do, is to add a little bit of water. So it's not soaked. Dab off a little bit, and you just cut it in the middle. All right, and then you'll cut it here. And there's a reason why I'm not moving it off of this. Be careful and try not to cut this. You're about to see why I'm doing that in just a second. And you get my hands in the water. And the reason I want my hands in the water, again, is to keep it from sticking. Okay, so we've got our 6 pieces of sushi. And you can see that we made a little bit of a mess, right? So just fold your paper back up, turn it around so it comes back toward you, and tighten it down. Let it roll just a tad bit. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, here we go. Let's get it plated. Remember that salmon that we had left over? Now it's time to top this. And then we'll hit it with a little breadcrumbs and porter flakes. And do it like that. And then we'll call this a spicy salmon roll. And then we'll just let's do it back here. Just add a little ball of that. Okay. Now let's put the wasabi. We'll put it back here. Never tried this brand before. I'll let you know if I like it. And if I do, the way I'll do that is I'll put it in the description below if I do like it. If I don't, I won't recommend it. And our homemade ginger. We don't need that much. Just dry it off a little bit. Put that right there. There you go. Spicy Salmon Roll. White boy style. So that amount that I had on the table is probably gonna make 4 rows. So probably 12 bucks will make you 4 rows, probably maybe 5 rows. I'll leave it in the description below exactly how many this actually makes. But come on in here, Shayla. Let's give them a look at what it looks like. And I'm gonna take a bite, make sure I'm gonna give it the old taste test. You know, you gotta do that. Gotta get some of that homemade ginger on there. And I'm just gonna put, well, let's get a little bit bigger slice of that. And get some of this on here. Now, I don't like a lot. This is, let's just put it down here. This is spicy wasabi. It ain't coming off of the thing. Oh, well, show business, guys. Show business.
Oh, yeah.
All
Put it on there.
Get over
Put it on there.
Yeah, okay, all right. So here we go. Look at this. Look at this right here. Does it look good over there? Does it look good? Oh, goodness. Let's see what it tastes like. I already know what it tastes like. Tastes like heaven. That's really good sushi. That's a big ass bite. It's one of my favorite foods. And my favorite sushi is actually spicy salmon. And I like it with the crunchies. The little extra. It's really good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you try this roll. Don't be scared of making sushi at the house. Just find you a high quality salmon. You can get it at Walmart, but go in and pick it for yourself. Don't let them deliver it out to you and get home and check it like I did. So go in and look at it, make sure it's nice and pink. And if you can get to the deli, or to the, I call it the butcher section, where you can go in and pick up your salmon. Give it a sniff, make sure it doesn't smell fishy. But don't be afraid to make your own sushi at the house. If you like this video, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment below. And until next time, enjoy. Now that we finally found the sushi, so you want to grab you an extra bowl, because what we're going to do is chop up the sushi. We're not putting any filler inside of it. Yeah, Jax. I like these on there. It just gives you a nice little crunch. You can call this a crunch roll, spicy crunch.